love sterling silver, and turquoise is a passion of mine. I grew up with grandparents who lived in Arizona. When my grandfather was living, he and my grandmother lived down in Bisbee, Arizona, famous Bisbee blue turquoise. They embraced the Southwestern culture. My grandfather wore bolo ties and big, huge turquoise rings. My grandmother wore squash blossoms, rings on every finger in every shade of turquoise or malachite or red coral you could imagine. And so I grew up seeing this jewelry all the time. My grandfather also made jewelry. Not for, sale to other people. He made it as a hobby for family members and friends. And so when he would make jewelry for me, and when my aunt would make jewelry for me, it was always turquoise. It is a magical stone. You fall in love with the color. You fall in love with the lore of turquoise. And in this particular watch, the color you're falling in love with can only come from one place. And that's the Sleeping Beauty mine that's located in Globe, Arizona. Sleeping Beauty turquoise is known for its beautiful blue color, but it's also known for the fact that the turquoise that comes from the mine isn't heavily included with matrix. And so you get this magical clarity to this blue stone. Now, for these watches, all Sleeping Beauty turquoise was used. However, that is not one large turquoise stone. Although it's very hard to see, and sometimes I can get it in just the right light where you can kind of see there how you see different squares. I mean, these are assembled with such precision, but it is a meticulous process where dozens, first of all, here's the rough material, then they cut it and polish it down to see what they're working with. Then they actually cut these small, tiny mosaic solid squares of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Those are then all going to be hand set one next to each other to create this solid look. They put the watch mechanism piece on the back, and then they take their cutting wheel and they cut the stone down, rounding all of the corners until it becomes that perfect circle. The beauty here is the meticulous craftsmanship really gives the illusion of one solid piece when it's actually dozens of individual squares that have been so precisely puzzle pieced that you can't see a separation between one square to the next. The numbers on this watch are all hand applied. This has a scratch resistant mineral crystal, so it's very durable. It is a water resistant watch, so if it gets splashed when you're giving your grandkids a bath or you're doing the dishes, or the dog jumps into the pool and then comes out and shakes all over you, you're gonna be just fine. Not that I would know anything about that. That is the story of my dog's life, by the way. He will jump in, swim around, jump out, shake off, jump back in. It's like he can't stay in the water too long without jumping out, shaking off, and then jumping right back in again. And it always seems to be right next to where I'm sitting. In any event, with this particular watch, if it gets a little wet, it's no big deal. That doesn't mean you can drop it to the bottom of the ocean or swim with it, but if it gets splashed, you're gonna be cool. This has a 5-year manufacturer's warranty from Ecclissi. And what's really exciting is that I know you've seen this watch, and maybe you've thought about this watch. It was really one of the first Sleeping Beauty turquoise watches that we brought into our assortment. But today is the first day we're doing 5 payments of Easy Pay. It's a solid sterling silver watch. If you choose the gold, that is a gold plating and a higher micron level, meaning a higher thickness than the industry standard. And I think that's important because that means that watch is gonna stay looking gold for a really long time. One more thing to share with you and I'll go to the phones. All of the watches are adjustable. You don't have to take it to a jeweler. All you do when you get this watch at home is you will pop off these different connector links. All right, this one's actually put on backwards. So you'll take these off until you find the right fit for you. Start smaller and get bigger, start bigger and get smaller. If you find that the 3 links that are included don't give you quite enough, The beauty is you can go to QVC.com and you can always buy a few more of these to make it fit just right. Weighty. This is solid sterling silver. It's a panther link bracelet, which is so elegant. I mean, that's what you find on Cartier watches. That's what you'll find on, you know, really expensive, the Rolex watches. You know, you'll see this panther link look in very high-end design. I love that little texture of the roping because it ties into that cable roping going around the face of the watch and also on your different numbers. The last thing I'll tell you is this. It's an easy watch to read, so even if you don't have your reading glasses on, or you're at that age where life is a little bit like this, I can tell you, I can put this watch this far away, or I can put this watch this far away, and I can see the numbers really clear. And my eyes aren't so great, so I want you to have confidence in that. Let's go to our phones and meet Carolyn. She's joining us from Ohio. Hi, Carolyn, I'm Jill. How are you?
I'm fine, Jill, and how are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. How can I help you tonight? Are you interested in the watch?
I purchased this in the silver.
Oh, okay. Tonight you purchased it, or you already have it, Carolyn?
I've had it for quite some time.
All right, well,
like I say,
yeah, tell us about it.
I mean, I like silver. I like turquoise. It was an investment.
Yes.
The 5 easy pays helped.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I'm very, very pleased with it.
Oh, good. How about the color of the turquoise on the face of that watch, Carolyn?
The turquoise is beautiful.
Isn't it?
And like I say, being a silver person,
yes,
turquoise and silver go together, and it is a heavy watch.
It is. I'm so glad that you mentioned that because I think it's important for people to know, you know, this is not something where we hollowed it out to get it to look big, but it feels light. It feels like a good watch.
Yes, it does.
Oh, great.
Like I say, I'm always proud to wear it, and I always get compliments when I wear it.
Terrific. An easy watch face for you to read, too, Carolyn?
Yes, it is, my dear.
Good, good. Well, continue to enjoy it. I'm so happy you're pleased.
Well, like I say, very, very happy with it. Like I say, to me, it was an investment piece, but well worth it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, thanks for your call tonight. Hope you continue to have a nice evening.
Oh, you too, dear.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
So if you're a gold lover or a silver lover, we have a watch for you featuring beautiful hand-set Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Dozens of small squares of the Sleeping Beauty turquoise that are set in such a way it gives the illusion that this was one huge, ginormous, solid piece of Sleeping Beauty. If that were the case, P.S. and by, this watch would have been more like $1,200, not $249, because to get enough rough material to cut a piece that big would have been so expensive. So Robert is so creative with his Ecclissi line. I love that he was able to really take his craftsmen and have them piece together all of those squares in such a way that they really give this solid, stone appearance. Every stone used is still Sleeping Beauty turquoise, and that is one of the most important parts of the message. In addition to the fact that, we've talked about with some of our jewelry items tonight, if it has 5 stones, if it has 7 stones, if it has 12 stones, all of those stones have to be matched for color quality and consistency. So now you're talking about dozens of those hand-set squares that all had to be matched for color quality, consistency, depth of color to give that evenness across the face of the watch. One thing I also want to point out with the design, just real quickly, nice oversized face here. It's maybe about the size of a $50, maybe not quite that big, certainly larger than a quarter. The band here is just a little narrower. This is really what's trending in watch design, where it was all really big and bulky and chunky for a while. Now it's still staying with a little bit more oversized face, I think, for practicality, but it's a little more feminine now with a slightly more tapered strap. Beautiful, solid sterling silver panther link. Again, if you're a gold lover, this watch in gold is gorgeous. And the color of the gold used here will be beautiful with either your 14 or 18 karat gold. It looks so rich. It looks so beautifully finished. From every angle, you can see how well this watch has been done. Removable links, 5-year warranty, water resistant, just a wonderful addition. Like our last caller said, she thought of this watch as an investment and she's never been sorry. That's really what it is. If you love silver and you love turquoise and you want a watch that isn't maybe quite as casual as a leather strap version would offer, I hope you'll consider this, especially while we have it on a 5-pay easy pay plan, which is more affordable in easy pay than we've ever made this watch available. It's J294-514. Stay on the line. Well, that wraps up 2 hours of our jewelry, but coming up next, we have a full hour of Callista tools. Are you tired of having bad hair days? Are you tired of struggling with your hair? It just won't do what you want it to do. Well, I'm gonna share my personal hairdresser with all of